linking up with my guy Von Juan, and he came up with the actual the chorus to uh the song that would be Heaven, right? And so he came up with one chorus. He was like, "Man, what you think?" I'm like, "Man, yeah, that's dope, man. To the beat, man, it's fire." And so we was thinking, I'm just like, "Man, who else you think we should get on it?" As a feature. So he was like, "Man, really, you want somebody that got a good platform, somebody that's out there getting out there, you got a good audience. So um, he threw out a couple names. He was like, "Man, D1 is one that's got the youth. Starting fresh. He's getting in. He's hitting the waters heavy. You know what I mean? He's breaking like the meal. You know what I mean? And the views and everything. So he got a good audience. And so he was like, that would be a good look." And then I was like, "Hey." I thought, I was like, "Man, closed mouths don't get fed." I was like, "Man, hey, you did a song with Scarface, right?" He was like, "Yeah, I did that joint, man." Whoa, whoa. I was like, "Man, hey, you think you can connect him, man? Think he'd be willing to come on, man?" He's like, "Hey, man, you can't do nothing but ask." So he was
Right.
like, I'm gonna link up with him. I got his, to connect. He's like, I'm gonna send him a song and see what he think about it. And so he did it, you know what I mean? And so um, long story short, man, a couple months went by, and then Faith hit him back and told him, he was like, sending him the fireball. I was like, "Yeah, I like it." Right? He was like, then he hit me. He was like, "Hey, man, we got a reply, man, response from me, man. Whoa, whoa." Right? He was like, "You like it? He's feeling it." And so he was like, "Man, so I'm gonna go and pursue it." He was like, "So, but you know, are you ready? Would you be ready if he's ready today? Would you be ready? If he say send a loop or whatever, or send the partial payment, woo woo, and then we finish. Would you be ready?" I was like, "Yeah, just let me know." I was like that. He was like, "Bet." Let's go. And so he did that, hollered at him, and Face had went out of town. The weekend he said, "Yeah, I'm gonna be back in town by that Tuesday or Wednesday or something." It's like, if y'all ready, just make sure that y'all book my studio time, then I'll be whoa. Like, what? He's showing me the message. He's like, "Yeah, man, boy, it's a go. It's a go." Whoa. He was like, "I'm gonna put my man's on the chorus though." He's like, "It's gonna be a different feel." He's like, "You tell me what you think." And so he put Paul Albo on there. I was like, I heard it. It's like, man, this dude, boy, he put a whole different dynamic to it. I was like, "Yeah, this industry ready right here, boy." I was like, I gotta bring my game. I gotta bring the pen, boy. And so when Face came back, he had him in the studio. Face, they FaceTime me. Face was like, "Man, what's up, man?" And I was cheesing. He was like, "Man, you down there cheesing? We down there putting in work. What's up?" I was like, "Man, dang, this is for real, boy. Boy, my favorite artist, man. It's like, appreciate you, man, on this, woo, this and that." He was like, "Man, no problem. Anything I can do, man." He was like, "Man, I had just put the pen down, man." He was like, "But I came back. I linked up for you, man, and we're about to make it happen."
That's
So
dope, man.
he
That's
recorded,
dope,
he
man.
recorded his session, and man, history, man. From there, so that's heaven. That's heaven. That was the I released it as a single too. Then I released it on my album. Then I released it on, which was Lucid. And then I released it also. We released it on Von Juan's album too, that came out last year. So yeah, Heaven was actually in heavy rotation, man. Got it on the radio stations down south, Houston, all down there, man. It went around up here, Chicago. Uh, a lot of the radio stations around here, Ohio. Man, that more it blazed, boy, and it's still going. You know what I mean? So that's one of the ones that's gonna be timeless right there. So that's what I wanted to do, man. Just make real music, man. Timeless music with my favorite artists. You know what I mean? Just real artists, and without having to have a industry or a real label to back you. You see what I'm saying? And
Right.
so that's what I started. That's when God was saying, you are an entity within yourself. You doing it. You don't need
Right.
nobody.
No label, none of that. Making it happen.
You are the label. You see what I'm saying? And so he said, you just got to educate. He's like, the only thing that separates successful business owners and entrepreneurs is what they know versus what they don't know.
Right.
Information. He's like, so if you're in this game and you're an entrepreneur and you want to, you in the business, you're in the business side of it, and you want to be successful in the entertainment business, you got to learn everything about the entertainment. You got to know the ins and outs. You got to learn it. You know what I mean? You got to take in from individuals that are doing it. You see what I'm saying? And so, like individuals like yourself, when we came, you know what I mean, across each other, you was, you know, putting lacing my boots on the marketing side. Some of the things like, you know what I mean, making sure my brand is cohesively coherent, you know what I mean, and widely put together and things like that. You see what I'm saying? So all that was a part of me, my learning, and part of me, you know what I mean, actually developing as a better and a smarter entrepreneur as where I'm going, you know what I mean, to the future, to where SAG Entertainments, man, we about to do this thing. I got the studio now, you know what I mean, and so we're about to actually get in there, man, and we about to get it down. I think because I got a guy that's coming back home from Atlanta, and he's knowledgeable, and he got an idea that where he wants to actually um, create like a school of of of, um, of the entertainment business. You know what I mean? And so be able to teach the youth
Right.
to
Right.
teach them on the instruments, teach them how to perfect their craft, artist development. That's one thing we do.
That's so much money in it.
Uh,
There's
yeah,
so much money in it.
man. You know, and so that you know from for today's culture, we need the youth to understand, man, that you are the entity yourself. You know what I mean? Stop letting these other labels try to tell you what you need to be and who you are. You are that within yourself because first and foremost, God called you to it. You know what I mean? He called you with a purpose, and so that purpose means that you got to fulfill it. But you
Right.
got to fulfill it in the kingdom way. And so in doing that, you know what I mean, you got to understand what you do. Okay, if you're a singer, man, you got to look at it. Show me who you look up to. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? And as a business owner, as a co-laborer, I'm gonna do my best to make sure, if not, you know what I mean, greater, but make sure that you're able to at least come in contact with your favorite, you know what I mean, artist. You know what I mean? And my job is to make sure that you supersede, you know what I mean, uh uh your wanted goals. You know what I mean? I want you to polish off everything that you're able to do. And as a brand,
Right.
I want you to be able to come forth and put your best foot forward, especially
Absolutely.
out so many artists out there, man. But you got to bring something that's gonna be different and diverse.
Right.
You know.
I want to piggyback on what I was saying because I want to go a little bit in depth because like it's really important because what I was saying before was it was about the school, my bad, about the school.
Yeah.
um when I was saying that it was it's a lot of money in it. I just want to really want to go in depth and explain what I mean about that because some people that might be, you know, saying doing it for, at a high school, you might be like, oh, there's no money in this at all. And you don't understand what I mean. What I mean is like, no matter if it's vocal lessons, no matter if it's piano lessons, when you take a platform and you put it online, and you
Mhm.
advertise it to the masses, it's not necessarily located in your local physical location. It's way beyond just how many people you can reach in that city, and you can take this whole platform and you can create $1 billion platform just from a platform that actually just teach you how to, you know what I'm saying, do pianos. It could be
Mhm.
vocal lessons. Because a lot of these, like as what you're talking about right now, we don't
Mhm.
have this. We don't have like a lot of platforms just teaching you how to do like actual vocal lessons. usually you have to go to someone, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like having a platform specifically for that, that's
Mhm.
real big. Like that's what I was meaning as like
Right.
there's so much money in debt. Like when you think outside the box, it's so much
Mhm.
money in
That's what, and that's where we, we've gone when we talk. Me and my God talk for hours, man. Just sharing ideas and just being, God showing us how divinely connected we really were in having our ideas. You know what I mean? And so, just to be able, because that's my thing is to teach them, man. I don't just want to pull you off the streets, put you in the studio, and
it.
then put a check in your pocket. No, I want you to actually perfect your art, take your craft serious, and I want you to understand that whatever you earn, that's what you're gonna value.
Absolutely.
So by the time that you earn it by completing the course
Mhm.
that you to master your vocals or your tone or whatever it is that you taking.
Okay, I know you guys are enjoying the episode, but I gotta let you know that this part of the video is sponsored by Who Knew. Who Knew is a brand building ecosystem that's literally strategically built for you to be able to create the brand that you can only imagine. You can build your dream website. You can get business credit and unsecured business funding. You can be able to get managed by us. And not only that, we actually have a tool called Mercabus that we created to be able to give you the power to rank on Google, YouTube, or any other platform almost instantly. You can be able to keep up with the episodes. You can be able to get hosting. You can be able to get any plugin and thing that you need to be able to build the type of brand that you can envision. Trust me when I tell you, Who Knew changed my life, and then Who Knew have changed so many different people. That's why we have a plethora of entrepreneurs that have already taken their business from $0 to 6 and 7 figures. Literally, it's pointless for me to have this conversation with you to try to convince you of something that you already need. It doesn't matter what part of the journey that you're on, from the beginning to the point of your building and wanting to go farther to take your brand to the next level, or if you just trying to scale and you already at the top and you already reached that plethora. Who Knew have every single thing for you. Now, you're going to get back into the episode.